Easy animations. Now, when I was a kid, me, my mom, my dad, and my brother liked to go sledding. It's also important to note that we didn't live where it snowed. We lived in Southern California, and Southern California isn't exactly known for its harsh winters. If you wanted to play in the snow didn't come to you, you had to come to the snow. Now that I'm growing up and I live in the Midwest, I didn't realize just how good I had it. I remember the first time I saw snowfall, I thought it was ash. In my head, I thought the whole state of Indiana was on fire because that's what happened back home. When there was ash, there was fire, which meant that the whole state was burning. Again. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. There's a goddamn fire out there. We gotta get out of here right now.
It's not ash.
What?
That's not ash, it's flurry.
Flurry, the whole goddamn neighborhood's burning down and you're thinking about McDonald's? So needless to say, it was an exotic experience to go to the snow. Or do anything fun really, because my mom had a nasty habit of spending all my dad's money on wine and therapy. But that didn't stop my dad from giving us a good time. Because maybe my dad didn't have a happy marriage or a sober wife, but he did have 1984 Volvo station wagon. Now, I didn't like doing this drive for 3 reasons. Number 1, it took forever. And number 2, it took forever because this ride was scary as hell. And it wasn't just because my dad drives so slow that he gets parking tickets on the highway. It was slow because I was terrified the entire ride up. Brings us to reason number 3, I am terrified of heights. I think it all started when I first watched my brother play that minecart level in Donkey Kong Country. Not to mention the railings on the side of these mountain roads looked like they were held together with popsicle sticks and tinfoil. The whole way up, I kept having this fantasy play over and over in my head that my dad was gonna get distracted and cause some kind of accident. Helen, where's that goddamn Snapple bottle? I gotta take a piss.
All we got are these cherry flavored Squeeze-Its.
Alright, well fuck it, just hand me one of those. We're gonna have to make the most out of it. Treat it like a carnival game. Not gonna get all of it in there, but we'll get most of it, and that's all we can ask for. After hours of driving, we finally get to the sledding area. Ah, kids, Helen, would you just look at that mountain view? We got fresh air, fresh powder, we got some trees over there. I think that guy might be taking a shit over there in the woods, Dad. Hey, stop staring at me pooping.
It's just so beautiful.
Fantastic. So every kid in the history of kiddom knows that when your mom is cold, not only must you be cold, but you must be even more cold than your mom, which means she's got to layer you in about 10 different suits before you can do anything outside. My mom throws on like a hoodie, an extra sweater, the fucking Mark 1 Iron Man suit on me. I'm dressed up looking like I'm ready to defuse an IED. Certainly I'm not going sledding and all this bullshit. Like I'm trying to climb up a fucking mountain and I got the mobility of 9-year-old Forrest Gump in molasses. Anyway, we start climbing up this mountain in my diving suit. And I turn to my mom and I say, hey, do you think we could take a break? It's getting a little hot up here.
My mountain wine is in that sled, so you better get your ass up that mountain.
So we get to the top of this mountain and I look down and I am freaking out at how high this is. Mom, I'm not feeling the rhythm. I'm not feeling the rhyme. It is definitely not bobsled time for me.
Oh, well, that's too bad because you're going to do as I say.
All right. Holy damn it, Christmas. I'm getting on. Hey, you know what? Maybe we can just go home and watch Cool Runnings, right? How about that? We just watch a movie about sledding instead of sending me to my death. How does that sound? Oh, no takers? All right, I'll just go fuck myself then. Before I even get a chance to try to negotiate for my life any further, I turn and see my mom's hand, and I'll never forget this, leave the sled, and I go flying down this mountain. And I am picking up a tremendous amount of speed. All my instruments are in red. As I look down the mountain, I see a bunch of rocks sticking up from between the snow. I am heading straight for these rocks, and there's one particularly triumphant bastard sitting halfway down the middle. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not gonna hit this thing, it'll be fine. And guess where the sled goes? Yep, that's right, straight for that goddamn rock. Well, why didn't your dumbass just get off of the sled? And normally, I would say that you're correct. Number 1, I can't move very well in the body armor my mom dressed me in. Number 2, I'm going over the snow very, very fast. Number 3, I'm going over the snow very, very fast over some jagged rock. Number 4, I'm like 5 or 6 years old. I never handled an emergency situation, let alone after my mom just pushed me off a mountain. Look, I'm not Macaulay Culkin. I can't just have my shit together immediately after my mother abandons me. Barely know how to wipe my ass, let alone navigate an existential crisis. Anyway, hit this rock and continue down the hill on a new course towards a perfectly formed natural ramp. There's still some hope in my head. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not going to hit this rock and launch into some more childhood trauma. But nope, it's fuck around and find out o'clock. I hit this ramp perfectly, and I immediately launch about 15 feet into the air and begin to rotate. And as I'm looking down, I see the ground pass under me in the opposite direction. And there's a little bit of hope inside my head. Maybe I'll just do a sick backflip and break my ass on my sled. I mean, that should be enough to get me on a Wheaties box, right? But no, as the ground moves closer, I realize that this is not what's going to happen. I land hard on my neck and back and immediately black out. So I wake up and I find myself lying there looking at the sky, and I'm thinking, well, I must be okay. I guess that's nothing wrong. But then when I try to move, nothing happened. And so I figure, oh, well, maybe it's all this goddamn body armor that my mom put on me. That's why I can't move. So I try to move. All right, come on. Okay, I might be fucked here. I didn't know at the time was that I got hit so hard in the back that my brain and my spine weren't talking anymore. Hey, buddy, are you there? It's time to get up now. You have any more orders for me, sir?
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
I close my eyes again, and immediately my mom comes rushing over. She's all crying and scared, like she didn't just cause this whole catastrophe to happen. And then I slowly wake up, and the face she made as she came up to me, I don't even know that a human being could make these faces. And I grew up watching all the Jim Carrey movies. She would give him a run for his money, that's for sure. As she's freaking out, she's leaning on top of me, and unbeknownst to her, I'm paralyzed. And then the other thing is she's putting pressure on my chest. So now, in addition to not being able to move, I can't breathe. And as you know that when you can't breathe, you can't talk. I'm already so pissed off at this point. My mom's inadvertently finishing the job she started. I'm just thinking, this is how I'm gonna die? Really? I don't even get a redemption story? Like Uncle Eddie saving the world from aliens? I don't know how, but somehow I managed to belt out a little, "Release me! Release me now, you stupid bitch." So I bet you're wondering where Dad is. Well, Dad's out there running to go to a call box to go get some help. Can you send us some help up here? My wife just tried to late-term abort my son. So my dad ends up getting a rescue helicopter to land on the highway next to the side of the road where we decided to do this little sledding fiasco. Holy crap, first cherry flavor Squeeze-Its and now helicopter rides? What are you trying to do, ruin us? And in my mind, I'm like, oh, fucking great. More goddamn heights. Because I was certain that they were going to dangle me from a string like a goddamn yo-yo. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. Ugh. But thankfully, they did not do that. They actually loaded me into the helicopter and took me with my dad, who I definitely trusted more at this point. And the whole scene felt very dramatic. It was like I was taking the last chopper out of Saigon, and my dad was like Mel Gibson or some shit. "We'll be the last to step off that field, and I will leave no one behind." So then Kramer says to Regis, "If you don't have a coffee table, the book turns into a coffee table." Isn't that hilarious? Well, at least I can't feel it if I pissed and or shit on myself. So after a short flight, we finally make it all the way over to the hospital. So is he going to be okay, doctor? Well, sir, your son suffered a spinal contusion. It's kind of like if your spine was a garden hose and you kinked it. But once the swelling goes down, he should be ready for you to push him off a mountain against his will again.
Oh, thank goodness.
Please call the police. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Wait, so your mom almost kills you and just gets away with it?
That's right. You also have to remember that children are second-class citizens, especially in the 90s. Even the dad and Mrs. Doubtfire couldn't catch a break. What chance did my testimony stand in court? Which means that it's my word against hers. Now, you think something like this would cause me to have a lot of fear, and it did for a while, but eventually I got over it. Mom and dad got divorced, and I got to live with my dad. Me and my brother took up snow sports thanks to my mom's boyfriend. Not only am I not afraid of helicopters, but I worked on them for several years of my life. And growing up and watching my mom and dad fail helped me figure out how to find the right woman. And now me and that right woman take our kids sledding every winter. So we've come full circle, and we've conquered our fears, right? I think it's safe to say that, Mom, Dad, you've made me the man I am today.
Looks like our work here is done, Winston. Now fetch me my afterlife wine. It's next to my mountain wine, I think.
Bet you're wondering, what about your fear of heights? No. Well, after I got out of the Navy, I became a professional pilot. And you know what? I am still afraid of height.
Oh, this house is just beautiful.
If you like that, just wait till you see the second floor.
Alright, let's go.
You can go fuck yourself with that, because I'm just trying to live in my house, not make base camp for Everest. Oh, piss, we are high up. Speaking of which, I gotta take a quick break. I'll be right back. Oh, geez, number two's gotta take a number one that might turn into a number two. Stop staring at me pooping. Ah, god damn it. Hello, friends. Please remember to click that like button if you enjoyed this video. Or, if you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to share and to comment below on what childhood injuries help guide the course of your life. If for some reason you found value in this video and you would like to support me, links are found in the description below, and I'll see you on the next one.